Hope everybody is enjoying their little break from trying to cop sneakers every single day, but I'm here to tell you guys we got a lot of stuff coming. Time to start thinking about what's going on this month, and even though the last 2 months have been super hectic in terms of sneaker releases, this month we're starting to see a lot more leaks and rumors of some crazy upcoming sneakers, so that is what we are doing here today, guys. Today we've got a good one as well. We're talking about some upcoming Yeezys and the fact that Travis Scott might just be coming back. We've got a bunch of conflicting evidence, which we'll get into. I say evidence like we're detectives over here, but we got a bunch of conflicting news on that topic, but we're gonna get into all of that. Listen guys, we do this every single Sunday except when it's on a Monday, so hit that subscribe if you want to join me doing the news every single week. Now we normally do a release recap, so we kind of discuss whether we managed to get them or we didn't, but there hasn't been that much dropping. I think like the last release was the Jordan 1 patent Bred, but we got to talk about that in a different story. So we're not going to do the recap, and I'll talk about those Breds in just a minute, but the first one we're going to get into is a brand new Yeezy 450, and this is the sulfur colorway, guys. So it's a little bit of a tough one when it comes to Yeezy 450s. Currently it's seeming like it's losing traction. It was a brand new sneaker model. Obviously it was pretty insane just based off of how it looks, and I think it had a decent amount of demand when it first released. Like a lot of people wanted to get their hands on it, myself included. Now with the release of this sulfur one upcoming this year, it's looking like the momentum is slowing down for the 450. Either way, this colorway is not actually too bad. I actually think it is pretty solid. It is all over monochromatic, something that we've seen on all of the other colorways. So this sulfur colorway apparently is supposed to be dropping this April, but someone did a render of a pair where the midsole was white and the upper was black, and I thought that looked sick. So hopefully one day we'll see that. But either way, this is the next colorway of a 450 that is going to be releasing, and it's kind of like a creamish yellowish tone, and it's all over monochromatic. It is the sulfur, and it is coming in April. All right, so the Jordan 1, we just got the patent Breds, the all over shiny patent leather. Well, let me know what you think of this pair right here. This is a Zoom Comfort model. It is in a Chicago colorway, which I think will do very well. Now this one has a bit of that patent leather, which is almost like, it's like they want to give you the nice colors, but they don't want to give it to you properly. Like yeah, we're gonna throw some patent leather, we're gonna throw some a little random touches, and we're gonna put it on a Zoom Comfort. So I still think this is going to do relatively well, even though it does have the patent leather, because of that Chicago color blocking, and because it's a Jordan 1. The leather quality, I must say, does not look bad at all. Now we don't have a specific month for this, it just says 2022. Now we've also got another Chicago style Jordan 1, which is again not the exact Chicago style that you wanted, but they're still gonna drop it. This is the Chicago Jordan 1 Low, but there's a catch. It is a golf shoe. Now honestly, kind of under the radar, we've had a lot of really crazy golf shoes dropping in like OG colorways. I think the last one that we got was the Jordan 4 Bred. So it seems like on this model they're keeping the rubber traction pattern, so I think you could probably wear them off of the field. I'm not too sure whether you would want to or not, but it is a Chicago colorway, and even though it does have the tongue tag saying golf, I still think these are gonna do really good. And hey, anybody who is playing golf, I'm sure you like the look of this. Now apparently the release date on this is spring 2022, so that's when we can kind of look forward to it. And I guess Jordan Brand is just gonna continue releasing some insane colorways of Jordans, but in a golf format. All right, let's talk about this Travis Scott situation. What's going on with the guy? We haven't seen him for a while since his apology video on Instagram. Obviously you guys are well informed of the situation, the incident that occurred, the tragedy that occurred at his festival. So obviously he took some time away. He kind of just took a step back, and while he did that, there was a couple different things that started to happen. First off, Nike pulled the Travis Scott Air Max 1 off of their sneakers app, and then in most recent news we started hearing about the Dior Travis Scott Summer 2022 campaign, which again included a bunch of sneakers and clothing. There was this whole thing that they did last year, and they were going to drop this collection here in 2022, but now we know it has also been postponed indefinitely. Now in the midst of all of this, Travis Scott is slowly making his way back onto the scene. He posted a couple pictures to Instagram, and this was one of them, and he was actually still wearing the Jordan 1 Reverse Mocha, which is again something that was supposed to be released this year. We never had an official release date, so these could potentially still drop, and hey, maybe it all still drops, or maybe it all gets cancelled. We're still a little bit in limbo. Now speaking of those Air Max 1s, the really interesting thing, and I can't really say that this is a guarantee, but we do have some information from hyped.com infos over on Instagram, and I believe the original or the person who actually leaked this information is Kicks on Fire, again another Instagram account. So apparently they say that the release date for this Air Max 1 is now June 4th. Whether that's something that is just, I guess, a speculation or whether it's actually set in stone, we don't really know. We haven't heard anything official from Nike themselves. They just said it is postponed indefinitely. So again, they could always crop up with a new release date, or they could just shut this down completely. There is a bunch of Travis Scott collaborations which were leaked last year and scheduled to release this year. So we're just gonna have to wait and find out what's gonna happen. All right, a little quick update on a new colorway. We're still talking about this freaking NMD. This is the S1, and now this is the third colorway that is supposed to be releasing. So obviously the triple white, or the white one that dropped last year, was insanely limited. I couldn't get my hands on it. It was that limited. I couldn't find my size anywhere. And then we spoke about a triple black colorway, which is supposed to be coming this year, and now this sleek gray and glow green is going to be dropping. Now, honestly, I just want any of them. I want to try it out. I want to see what this model is all about. So I hope Adidas pumps the stock on some of these. Now, right now, we do not have a specific release date for these. It just says 2022. So these are official images, I imagine, sometime soon. All right, let's talk about those patent Breds. If you're one of the very many that hasn't been able to get a pair, obviously, because there is a bunch of shipment delays. So currently, I believe the only place that they have dropped, at least here in the UK, is the Nike Sneakers app. All other retailers have only just started to post raffles of this pair of sneakers. So I believe I've seen quite a few pop up, like Size has a raffle loaded up now, Foot Patrol and End Clothing. So what I'm trying to say is, did you manage to get them? And also at the same time, if you didn't, go and start entering raffles. I believe most retailers are going to be holding raffles releasing on January the 7th, but again, it could be different for different retailers. So it's definitely good that you check out a couple different ones, check out their launches pages. If you really want this pair of sneakers, start signing up to as many as possible. All right, we're still on the subject of black and red, a beautiful color combination, which Jordan obviously loves. Well, we are getting a Jordan 4 in that exact colorway. This is the Red Thunder, which is coming right around the corner. In fact, it is January the 15th. These should be dropping, a very, very clean pair of Jordan 4s that I'm definitely going to try and get my hands on. The upper is completely a really nice suede. I hope it is really nice. I'm just looking at these images and it looks really nice. Black and red go perfectly together. It's a nice OG spin off of the regular Thunders, the yellow and the black ones. So this is going to be a popular release, and I think a lot of people are going to be after these. So I definitely want to try and get my hands on this, and hopefully we see a lot of nice colorways again in 2022. We've got a nice little crazy new Nike model. I always love seeing new Nike models because sometimes they just put their energy into it, and the technology that Nike has at their disposal can get pretty crazy. So I've actually got two models to kind of talk about. This is the not so crazy one. This is the brand new Nike React Atlas, and it's kind of like a remix version of, I guess, what they've been doing with the React technology. So this one's looking like a very comfortable pair of lifestyle sneakers. Now, I actually don't even mind this colorway. It looks pretty cool. The upper looks nice and cushioned. It looks like pretty decent material. Almost looks like the same upper off of the 720 Air Maxes. We are looking to be getting this one here in 2022. Now, like I said, Nike does go pretty crazy with their silhouettes, and let me introduce you guys to one of the more crazy Air Max sneakers that we've seen in the past few years. This right here, guys, is the brand new Air Max Scorpion, which again is going to be dropping this year. I mean, literally what it seems like Nike has been doing is just putting more and more air units into their sneakers. It kind of started with the 270s, which had the air unit, the huge one at the back, and then the 720s, a full length. We had the Vapor Max. This one looks like a combination of all of that. It is humongous, and there's even a gap. You look like you're on a platform. This is crazy. I think the most obvious thing about this sneaker is the amount of height, or at least what it looks like, the amount of height that you're going to gain if you wear this pair of shoes. It looks super high off the ground. However, I'm not too sure whether that's just this image that kind of makes it look like that, this side profile, but I definitely want to try this sneaker out. And if you're on board with me of trying this out, apparently this is supposed to drop in September of 2022. So we got a decent amount of wait for this one. But yeah, I definitely look forward to new Nike models. They usually do some pretty crazy stuff. So I think it was pretty much live last year where Jerry Lorenzo joined the Adidas team. It was a big announcement, and obviously a lot of us started cooking up in our heads different ideas on how they're going to release certain products in collaboration. Now, the idea of them doing sneakers together is obviously something a lot of us want to see. We want to see what Adidas and Jerry Lorenzo can cook up. Adidas kind of being known now for the sneaker team that allows their collaborators to really use their creativity when they're releasing product. We've got images of Jerry Lorenzo himself wearing this Adidas Fear of God hoodie. Now, the hoodie itself just looks pretty basic. It has an Adidas and Fear of God logo, even though I know if they dropped this hoodie, it would go insane. I feel like a lot of people would be behind this. It looks like really nice material, as you would expect from a Fear of God collaboration. Hopefully, it's not too expensive. This one looks to be decent quality, a little bit more similar to, I guess, their Essentials hoodies that they're doing. And there's just a bunch of pictures with Jerry Lorenzo wearing it. It's pretty much a cream or yellow color with the blue logo on the top. But as of right now, this is the first that we've seen from a Fear of God and Adidas collaboration. They've kept everything under wraps super well. So hopefully this year in 2022, we get some Fear of God Adidas clothing and sneakers. I'd like to see that. But yeah, let me know what you think of this and what would you like to see from this collaboration in general. But let's move over to some Yeezy news. We've got two new Yeezy models or Yeezy colorways that we're going to see, and it is the Slide. This one right here is the mixture version, probably the most mixtured version of the Slide that we've seen yet, or kind of the first one. This is kind of like a base peachy tone with some blue mixture effects and maybe a darker tan. There's not much to go on here. It's literally just someone holding this Slide. Now, there's another colorway which I think is going to be a fan favorite, a triple black. Now, it's interesting to see Yeezy still using this texturized material from the Ochre, the last one. Ochre and the Pure both had this new texturized EVA foam or whatever they're using for the Slides. And it definitely feels good on foot. I gotta say, I have the Ochre Slides and I really like them. This textured material doesn't change much, but it definitely feels good. Feels nice. Whether you like it or not, it looks like Yeezy is going to be using this new texturized material. So hopefully we see some more colorways. I definitely like this black one. That is something that I think is going to be massively popular. Right, we're gonna get through this one pretty quick because even though I really like the look of them, I know they're going to be extortionately expensive. So this is an upcoming collaboration with Comme des Garçons, and the Nike Air Sunder Max is coming back in collaboration. Now, I really like the look of these, but again, I'm not gonna be out here spending $400-500 or whatever the hell Comme des Garçons wants to charge. I wasn't really happy with the foam posits they did. Like, I really liked the look of them, but charging that much and then delivering those kind of materials that were on there just wasn't good enough. I'm not even gonna hope for a change on this. I imagine it's going to be pretty high. I do like the look of them though, and I did want to say anybody who is interested in this, apparently spring summer 2022, we've got some on foot looks, and I do like the look of these sneakers in a white and black colorway and a pretty much gray and white or triple white, whatever that is. If it wasn't hard enough to get an Air Force One last year, well, guess what? They've gone and raised the price. It was originally $90 and now it is up to $100. So I don't know what that means. Obviously, hey, inflation, it's gonna happen, and we're starting to see this with a lot of different sneakers, not just Nike, but I mean, some of the Jordans have been kind of creeping up in price. A lot of Yeezy sneakers as well, or whether that's just the crazier models, but they have been creeping up the price on us, and I feel like that's probably going to be something that is going to happen quite frequently this year. We may start to see a lot of higher retail prices on some of these sneakers. Right, to cap off today's video, the final story, we're gonna chop it up about a sneaker that did not release last year, and I think a lot of us are looking forward to it. So we're gonna kind of speculate whether these things are gonna drop, and of course I'm talking about the Yeezy 1050 boot in this Volt Orange colorway, I think it's called, or Highlight, something like that. High Res, I think it is. Either way, listen, this has been leaked and rumored for the longest time now, and I feel like Kanye is just kind of teasing us with this sneaker. So of course we saw this, I don't even know how long ago, it was years ago now, we started seeing images of this as, I guess, a sample or a prototype, and then Kanye gifted one to A$AP Bari, and that guy was just wearing them around, so we saw definitely more detailed images of them, and we started to, you know, kind of think, hey, maybe we're gonna get a release of these things after all. And then Kanye wore this at his Donda release party, and that was kind of like, boom, these things were, now people started getting excited, now people started thinking these are going to drop. So we even got a leaked release date that these were going to drop on, which was December the 30th. that date is coming on, we still have no information on this sneaker. There's not even early pairs out there on the market, I don't believe. Maybe there's some samples, but that's about it. Now, more recently, Kanye West actually gifted Offset a pair of this sneaker along with a pair of Quantums. Now, where this pair of Quantums comes into the story is this is something we also saw Kanye gift A$AP Bari, and we kind of thought maybe we're gonna see this release, but we started hearing rumors that that is a friends and family only pair of Yeezy Quantums, and now they're kind of being put together in the same image. They're being gifted around. Are these 1050s going to be a friends and family sneaker, or are we actually gonna see an official release? Honestly, I want both of these to drop. I think those orange Quantums are super nice. I know that they're crazy. I know that they're super out there, but I like the look of them. And obviously I want those 1050s to drop. Yes, they're pretty crazy, but I would love to see a release this year, and who knows, we may still get that. I'm gonna cross my fingers. Hopefully we don't have any more information on this pair of sneakers, so if we get any more updated release dates, of course, you know I'm gonna be updating you guys every single week. And with that being said, that is the end of the news. That's all I got for you guys. Listen, we're gonna be getting into this year hard. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. And again, if you wanna join me for the news, we do this every single week. Most of the times it's on a Sunday, sometimes it's on a Monday. Either way, you should subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single one of them. Thank you guys so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then.